Hello and welcome to a quick overview of some key Streamwell features. My name's Brian and I'm the creator of Streamwell, so it's a pleasure to have you all watching. So when you install Streamwell, you get a web login that looks something like this. You could start by logging in as admin. The default password is vnadmin. You can view the home screen in the grid like this, or if you got a few more channels you're dealing with, you can put it into list form. You can also sort the channels by clicking up here. You can go old to new, A to Z, however you like. Now, these channels allow you to create high quality, low latency live streams. Now, what does that mean? It means that, here, for instance, let's start from channel 1. It means that you can take this stream link that you would use for, say, traditional live streaming to YouTube, Facebook, something like that, and you can paste it into anywhere you want. So I've got OBS, for instance, here. This is some really popular live streaming software. So what I'll do is just grab here the SRT URL. RTMP and SRT are streaming protocols, and I can just paste that URL right here into my streaming software, start streaming, and we're off. And when I go into the channel, you'll see that the quality and the latency of this stream are better than, here, let me move this around. Look at that. So that is sub-second latency. So that's way better than your YouTube, Facebook, even Twitch, which calls itself low latency streaming. And this allows for things like live interaction. Say you're on a phone call with somebody and you want to show them this really high quality video of it looks like a monster that auditioned to be in the movie The Abyss, but was passed over for something more blue and pink. If you want to show them this live and move it around, or maybe you've got some content you're working on that you want to show them, now you can do it in this really, really slick looking space here. So check it out. In the channel, you can customize what the channels are called. You can put some notes in there. Of course, you have your stream, right? This beautiful low latency stream, but there's a few other things that allow you to collaborate with people down here. So for instance, if I wanted to chat, I could say, hey there, what do you think? And if I've got somebody else logged in who's looking at this same channel, they can just chat with me live. They could even put in a link or something if they wanted me to review something. So it's just a great way to keep people sort of within the space and not bouncing around to email and 100 other programs. Now you might be wondering, why not do this over Zoom or Teams or Meet? Well, I mean, first and foremost, this quality. You haven't seen anything like it. And you certainly won't see it on those platforms, because when you send your video up to those platforms, you are compromising the security of your data. You don't know where that data is going, which server it's going to, what sort of analysis is taking place. So it's not a viable way to share high-end or creative content in process. But Streamwell sure is. And so where was I? Yeah, you can chat about it. If you want, you can take a recording here on the server. So the server is sort of like a DVR in the sky. You can just hit record, and it will start recording your stream at the exact same quality you send it in. So no matter what happens, it will record. Now you can stop the recording manually, or if you stop your stream, it'll give you a little stream stopped here, and after a moment of processing, it comes back with a recording you can play back right here in the web browser. See that? So if you wanted to review something that you were streaming before, again, you don't have to worry about it transcoding in some strange cloud infrastructure, or having to log into some other system or trust some other third party with it. If you've got Streamwell installed on your systems, this all stays on your turf. You can play them back, you could download them too if you do want to upload them somewhere, and if you're done with it, you can sort of trash them like that. What about other types of files? So maybe you're sitting here, you're showing off a video, and somebody says, I would love to see something different on this. I'd like to see this sort of texture, and I'm just going to share that by dragging it in. So you drag in a file, and you could even say, use this texture. And there you go. So now the file is available to anyone who is logged in and looking at this same channel. It's more like a workspace now that I'm thinking about it. So here, You just click on it and it gives you the original file. It's not some weird proxy or anything, so there's no delay in accessing these files either. So if it's a media file, you can drag it straight out of your browser just like this, or you can download it with a direct click there. So that's a little bit of file sharing. Matter of fact, I want to take that up a notch because in file sharing you can also drag video files in there. So let me grab a nice video file of my Canadian flag. That's right, Streamwell is based out of Toronto, Canada, and it's a pleasure to be coming to you wherever you may be in the world. So, you know, Canada 94, sure, that's a good name. Love that flag. Great, and so you upload your video file, and what's cool about the video uploads is that they can play back right in the browser too. See that? So if you want to show somebody some sidecar video content, something related to what's going on the live stream, you can throw it in the file bin just like that. You know, you're on the phone with them, maybe you're on a Zoom on the side, you know, some sort of, you know, sidecar online meeting, and they can say, yeah, I watched it, that looks great, okay, cool, and then boom, it's out of everyone's face. You know, I can just delete it like that. See there, I'm clicking here on this trash can and then delete, boom, just like that. Okay, moving forward, how about restreaming? Restreaming is a really cool feature, and it's kind of simple if you think about it, but when you restream, you're taking the stream that you're sending here into this Streamwell server, and you can sort of push or, you know, rebroadcast it without any loss in quality to another server. Now that could be something like YouTube or Facebook, if you wanted to use Streamwell as sort of a gateway to streaming live to your other services. And I'll show you a bit about how to set that up when we look at the management section, but let's just keep having fun for now. So in this example, I'm going to do restreaming here. I'm going to add a new restream for this channel. So channel 1, whatever is streaming here, I want to push it somewhere else. And it turns out, if you saw up here, I've had this Streamwell server just kind of sitting in the background. This is my Los Angeles server. So this server is based in Chicago, but this one is based in Los Angeles. And what I can do is, here, I'm going to log into this Los Angeles server. I can take this channel that I've set up for the Chicago stream and I can copy that RTMP URL. And what you'll see here is that I've already set up that server as a destination. So if I just put in the stream key portion, and I can add that as a restream. So now, here you see I've got this all set up. It's sort of ready and armed, and I can just hit the play button, start restreaming. Yes, I think I will. Boom, streaming, excellent. So if we go over to Los Angeles, oh, look at that. You see we've got the Chicago stream coming in. Here, let me drag this off to the side here. So imagine that you've got something going on in Chicago, but you want to send it to some viewers in Los Angeles or a second server for one reason or another. You can do that. Actually, hold on. Let me show you the latency real quick here. See that? So that it maybe adds a couple of frames at most, but it's a really great way to multiplex a stream without worrying about all this sort of strange interconnected server infrastructure. It's just, you know, it's just a blind push of the stream like that. Even if I stop the source stream, this still remains armed. See how it says streaming to Los Angeles? I will, over here in OBS, I will stop the stream, and you'll see that will kill it. And so as you can see, over in Los Angeles, that recording starts processing, the one that I had created, and then over here it just says stop, but you can see the button is still in that armed state as though it's like it had hit play. So watch, I just go live again, and then the button turns green. This is ready to record again, and these video players, they come back after a few seconds on their own, but you can also just kick them up like that, and we're back. And so that restream, that bridge is sort of connected for whenever you're going to stream to it again, at least until you restart the server. Those are the main collaborative features there, and I just wanted to point out a couple of things down here. So down here, we've got some statistics, right? We can see, you know, how long has the stream been live, how much data has come in or gone out of the server, you know, how many were the most people or peak viewership, how many are currently watching, things like this. And then we've got some links. So one here is an HLS stream. Now, you might be familiar, especially if you're an Apple user, with HLS. It is a native playback format for Apple devices, and other apps like VLC can play back, as well as, well, what does it say right there? Virtually all software and hardware decoders. So I'll copy that HLS stream link and paste it into Safari, and there you go. You'll see that in Safari we get just a sort of native live broadcast, great on iOS devices too. And again, the latency, it's not quite as good, but it's still very, very excellent. We're still talking, 1 second, even less than 1 second latency there. So that's the HLS stream. You can also copy your stream key here. If your stream is offline, you want to paste the stream key. You can reset the stream key as well if you want to sort of change over the room for another streamer. And then this public link. This is really handy. So I'm going to copy the public link. Let's just say you want to jump in, you want to stream, you want to just send someone a link so they can tap and go. No big deal. Let's see what that looks like. So with that public link, you get just a clean feed of the video with a channel name and notes, just like that. And you can put your own branding on it. So it's just so easy. You can send someone a link, it's high quality, they tap and go. And when you're done, you can reset that public link, and whoever's watching on the other end after a few seconds, they're going to get kicked off. Just like that. Okay, and the last thing with public links is I want to show you the ability to embed. So if you click embed, it will copy what's called an iframe code. And you can paste this in any HTML document. So here's a little example on my personal website. So I could paste in this iframe, and for the real nerds, there's the official embed link there if you want to build your own with your own dimensions. See, but if you paste this, it would look something like this. See, you get your player with your background as you've customized it. You get your name of your channel, and you can just hit play, and you can embed that stream anywhere you like, just like that. And same deal, if you reset the public link, it will kill the embedded streams as well, just like that. So by now you can see that the security aspect of Streamwell is a feather in anyone's cap who's concerned about their stream being seen by the wrong eyes, or accidentally picked up or flagged by some automated system, or hacked or whatever. This is a system running on your turf, which means that if you think something's going wrong, you can pull the plug out of the wall and the stream stops. So if you work in maybe a post-production facility or an ad agency or any sort of creative output agency, you can already start to imagine what would the bird's eye view look like here if everyone was active and streaming all their content. In a way, this is a producer or a client's dream to be able to drop in and see these high-quality live sessions. Now, I showed you streaming from OBS, but it's just as easy to hook up something like your creative software, say Final Cut Pro or Adobe Premiere, using various software applications to send the stream, or you can use a hardware encoder for ultimate quality. Encoders from companies like Blackmagic, Epiphan, or Magewell work great. So let's have a look at managing your Streamwell server. It's really easy. You don't need a degree in IT, and you don't have to worry about calling support for every little thing, because the whole thing is really meant to be administered very easily from this back end. So let's have a quick look at what you can do here. Now, the first thing is you can create logins so that different people can see different bits of content. Maybe you don't want the whole thing to be a free-for-all. So we've got two types of account you can create. The big difference between clients and creators is that clients are really meant to view the stream and participate in chat. Maybe they can upload files, but they can't delete anything, and they can't see the stream keys. That's very important as well. Or some of the more advanced streaming info. Where with creators, they can see everything that we saw before, including the stream information, and they can do things like clear the chat, delete files. They have a bit more of administration capability on a per channel basis. And so when you're building out a channel, you can say, for instance, here's channel 1. I can say, well, this is open for Brian to stream, but we're not going to let Sally log on to this one. He's going to use the public link for that one. Or maybe I got another client named Walter, and he's working just on this Seventh Heaven show. He's involved with this show. So when Walter logs in, he goes straight to that channel. And as you can see, a client can participate in the chat. Where's the show? They can upload files and download files that have been uploaded into the space. So if Walter wants to share up, let's say here's a nice desktop background, thank you, pexels.com. Then as you can see, we can tell that Walter is the one who uploaded it, and we can easily download it. And of course, clients can participate in video chat as well. It's really easy to create more channels as well. You just click the plus button and number 9. And that's going to be open to me, to stream, and hello there will be the notes. Now I've got 9 channels. Here the destinations is where we can manage those restreaming destinations. So you saw before we had the option to go to Los Angeles or to go to YouTube. And so if I've got some new server, I can set that up as an endpoint. So my creators, they can then choose that and put in whatever's the stream key of the moment if they're going to do a stream there. So some new server, and so you can hover over and check what these are. Let's have a look at customizing Streamwell, because it's a lot of fun. There's a few things that you can do to just sort of make it feel like home and put your brand and colors on it. So for instance, we could change the site title. That's the little thing that you see up at the top when you're on the main page. We could just change it to, something else if we want. And then when we're back home, it's going to say something else. It would say that in a web link as well. So you might want to put your company name or something there. We can set a welcome message. So welcome to the server. And you can even use a bit of HTML there. So you can make a bold, have a nice day. There you go. So now we've set a welcome message, and if somebody logs in, I'll just log back in, and boop, you get a little nice welcome message, and you can spruce that up a little bit if you want. Of course, you can customize the logo. For instance, this server is located in Chicago, and I've got a logo that I've prepared over here, and I can just upload it, and boom, now it's Chicago. So now I know for sure which server I'm looking at. And a great way to do this is to just copy out the default logo and edit the file with your own brand. It'll fit very nicely up there. And it shows at the login screen as well. See there? Chicago! Here's my welcome message again. Of course, you can customize the player background. So if I've got a different default image I want to show behind the player, I can just drag it on there. And there you go, we've got a custom player background. And of course you can customize the color scheme. So for instance, if you want to change the accent and header color to be a little more on the blue side. There we go. Beautiful, couldn't have done it better. So that, and with the player background, you can see how it's possible to put any corporate identity you want on the thing. Licensing wise, the software will work in an evaluation context without a license, and we have licenses for all shapes and sizes available at streamwell.net. When you purchase a license, you can just update that here, and if you have any questions or you want to a live version of this demo, something more customized to you before you make a purchase, please get in touch. That's info@streamwell.net. Now, last part of this tour of the management interface is looking at server administration. So one thing you can do is set up HTTPS. So if you purchase a domain name or you've got a DNS service or something that forwards to your server, and if you get our Pro Support package, we can help you set that up. Then you can, with a click, enable HTTPS, this little locking icon and a proper domain. Otherwise, you don't have an address on the internet, so we'd be using just the IP address of the server, and there's certain things that you can really only do over HTTPS. So this lets you enable that with a click, which is very, very cool. Some applications, it takes a lot to set it up, so we wanted to make it automatic and pain-free. So here under Settings, you can enable and disable certain features of the server just with a click. Streamwell lets you back up and restore the database really, really easily, so you don't have to worry about losing your server configuration. You just back it up, and there it is. And when you want to restore a database, you can just drag one in, and it'll restore right on the spot. Here under Engine Control, you can check that the streaming engine is online. You can fire up a test stream, so it'll start streaming there. There you go. That's when the server will try streaming to itself. You can also restart the engine. If you think something is really wrong, it'll restart and let you know that it's done. Or you can dive in and edit the config of the engine directly. But we recommend you look in the documentation for some links to resources on this before you just dive in. So that's engine control, and you can get at the system log. So if you want to see who's been doing what on your server, for instance, you can get a log of that. And same with the engine, you can get a look at the activity on the engine too. And you can download these if you need to send them to support. So that is the full inside and out tour of the administration section of Streamwell. So one other feature I wanted to just turn on for a second to show you is the control room. Control room gives you a little bit more flexibility and the option to stream in using just the web browser. So for instance, this number 9 channel we created, I can open a control room, and let's see here. Hi there, there's me on the camera. Let's say for some reason I wanted to stream myself out to somebody. So I could do that. I'm going to click Start Streaming here, and as you can see, this little stream interface comes up right here in the control room. And over here on this channel, the stream is live. Now, when you stream in using the control room, it works like video chat technology, so it actually takes about 30 seconds to ramp up the quality of the stream to get to full quality. Anyways, this has been a look at Streamwell. So thanks again for watching, and stay tuned for more videos like this. Bye for now.